Good morning, survivors, and happy Friday. Today, I thought we would talk about 5 ways that we can speed up the healing for getting over a narcissist. So if you've been discarded or you have had to move on from a narcissist, 5 ways you can change the whole scope of it and actually begin to recover more quickly. All right, so let's get started.
My name is Angie Atkinson, and this channel is all about teaching you what I know to be true. You really can create the life you want.
So number 1 is something that I tell you all the time, and I'm sorry if you're getting tired of hearing it, but the truth is that you should only focus on the things that you can control and not what you can't control. It's difficult when you go through this, right? But if you can focus on only what you can control, you're actually going to have a better time of it. So the fact is that, you are the only person who's responsible for your own happiness. And if you're persuaded by your ex to do something that, is outside of what you want to do or that you're uncomfortable with just to keep the peace, it's not good for your head, for your soul, for your healing, okay? So you have to get the whole business-like attitude. Treat the narcissist like they were a customer, or they were like a client or a stranger on the street, someone you're polite to but you're not necessarily in love with, even if you still are. All right, so focus on only what you can control, your own behavior. Okay. Number 2 is boundaries. You got to set them, and you got to minimize contact with your narcissist. Okay, because high conflict personalities in general thrive really on the possibility of fighting and conflict and drama. Okay, so be prepared. I tell my clients this all the time. Be prepared with a script. Know exactly what you're going to say when you talk to the narcissist, and try to stick with it specifically. Use as few words as you can, and if the narcissist tries to suck you back in, be prepared to say whatever you need to say. Maybe you want to say something like, what, I tried to make this work out okay, but it didn't. Nothing has changed. It's not healthy for us to stay together. I wish you well. Or maybe you just want to say, I can't be around you. Or maybe you just want to say nothing. The point is, you have to be, if you're still dealing with them because of a child or a divorce or whatever, you're going to have to be relatively, if you want to keep the peace, you're going to have to be relatively polite, but you don't have to be intimate on any level. So, you aren't required to share details about yourself, about your life, about anything except that whatever they're legally required to know about. You feel me? And if you don't have kids with them and you're not married, there's nothing that you're legally required to tell them. Now this next one is kind of hard, but you want to be careful to not express any kind of emotion to the ex, okay, or to the narcissist in general. So if you are, if you feel like, what, maybe I could have been a little nicer, or I could have been a little bit less dramatic or whatever in the relationship, don't apologize to the narcissist over it. Because the fact is, if you do, they will interpret your apology as the fact that you admit that it's all your fault, and they'll use it against you, and that's not right. Something to think about. Number 4, don't let your ex threaten you. Don't let them make your children feel unsafe or you feel unsafe. If you need to have a partner or friend go with you, to a family member or friend, somebody go with you. If you need to talk to the narcissist, do it. You have to plan for the worst. And sometimes, if they get you alone, they may push all your buttons and try to suck you back in and do the hoovering thing, because that's how they roll. They need to keep you around for supply, right? So plan for the worst. Don't expect that, your ex will move on, although they may move on quickly, but you're going to feel a lot less blindsided by their attempts to get back to you, or get you back, or to even still control you from the outside, if you are prepared for that. Okay, so make sure if somebody texts you or emails you some rude, horrible things, save copies, and even get official copies from your cell phone provider if it's in the form of a text message. Finally, number 5, make sure you have lots of support. So one of the things you can do right now to get some support is go join my free online support group. You can go to queenbeing.com/span to find out more about that. Another thing you can do is get yourself a therapist, maybe an attorney, maybe you want a life coach. You want someone who understands cognitive behavior therapy if you're going to a therapist. because the fact is that survivors of someone with NPD, of a toxic relationship, often need to make the connection. We tend to be thinkers. We tend to be people who need to understand why it happened. And since narcissists are so infamous for not giving us closure, we very often need to research the why of it. So that's probably part of the reason you're here right now, I'm guessing. All right. So that's what it all comes down to. The bottom line is it's really important to let go of the feeling of being completely responsible for everything in the relationship, and to let go of the feeling that you want to put your needs behind that of the narcissist, because now it's your turn to live. You don't have to put your needs behind the narcissist anymore. And as I've said repeatedly, this is kind of a blessing in disguise, because now you get to choose and you get to start over and make your life what you want it to be. It's a beautiful thing, my friend. The bottom line is, at this point, it's really important that you take an honest look at what you've been through and realize the depth of impact that it has had on yourself, on your mind, on your body, on your soul. All right? You can become physically ill because of narcissistic abuse. It causes you to lose yourself in so many ways. Have you been there? I understand. I know it's hard, and I know it doesn't feel like it's going to get any easier, but I promise you in time you'll get better, and it'll feel just a little bit less painful each day. So keep your chin up and know that it's going to be okay. All right? And remember that you're worth healing. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to have the things you want in your life, and you are no longer responsible for that person's needs. Keep it in mind. All right? I'm going to wrap it up today. I do not have to take Sophie to school. She's off school today, so she's out in the living room waiting to have a bowl of cereal with me. So I will see you guys very soon. Have a wonderful day, and until then, keep your chin up. As always, thanks for being a part of my day and a part of my life, and thanks for letting me be a part of yours. See you soon.
It's my mission to teach others what I know to be true. You really can create the life you want. Take care of your body, take care of your soul, nurture the real you, and introduce him or her to the world. Be comfortable in your own skin and in your place in this world. Take your spot, take it now, and the universe will take its cue from you. You feel me? If so, subscribe to my channel. Let's get it done together.